Can ultra-processed food affect your mental abilities?
Question. If dairy is sold as simple and wholesome, why do so many dairy items need stabilizers, anti-caking agents, and a dessert's worth of sugar? And why do so many people feel bloated after them? We're counting down 10 products that hide behind a milk mustache while delivering additives you didn't sign up for. You'll see how they fuel cravings, muddy labels, and make lactose issues worse, and what cleaner swaps actually help you feel better. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1. Ultra-processed cheese slices. You think that bright orange slice is cheese, but why does it bend like rubber and never sweat on the counter? Here's the truth. Many single-wrapped slices are pasteurized process builds, engineered with emulsifying salts, oils, colorants, and stabilizers so they melt on command. Sodium citrate and phosphates glue water and fat, so the slice stays glossy instead of breaking. That trick also pushes up sodium, which can strain blood pressure and heart health when you stack sandwiches. Some packs dodge real cheese rules, using labels like pasteurized prepared cheese product, because they don't meet the FDA's standard of identity for cheese. Those standards exist to protect what cheddar means, specific ingredients and ratios. Processed versions get wider leeway, so manufacturers add non-dairy inputs, extra water, and dyes. Annatto and other colors are for optics, not nutrition. More water can dilute the good stuff you expect from natural cheese, while saturated fat still shows up. Bottom line, when the label avoids cheddar and leans on process, prepared, or product, you're buying a meltable food tech sheet, not traditional cheese. Swap in a cut block of cheddar or Swiss. Milk and salt do the job. Now at number 2, the dairy that sweet-talks your coffee while spiking your blood sugar. Number 2, flavored coffee creamers. It says creamer. You expect cream, but why does it pour like silk even weeks after opening? Here's the truth. Most flavored creamers are oil sugar emulsions dressed up with carrageenan, ghelin, or cellulose to stay thick and glossy. The label tells on itself. Corn syrup solids for sugar load, hydrogenated or high oleic oils for body, plus natural flavors to sell a dessert finish. That blend fires up cravings and slides in stealth calories because a 2-second pour stacks up fast. And when a carton says non-dairy but slips in casein or caseinate, you can still spark dairy reactions despite the marketing. Add the health angle. Added sugars and saturated fat push LDL up and stress your heart over time, like pulling the rug out from under your arteries. Lactose plus sugar slows digestion and can mean gas and bloating, especially if you're already sensitive. Thickeners are labeled safe, but for some people, they bring gut discomfort and a not-so-great morning. Bottom line, your splash looks like cream but acts like frosting. Use real half and half, plain milk, or unsweetened oat, or soy without gums or flavors. Next up, the yogurt aisle's candy in costume. Number 3, sweetened yogurts. You buy yogurt for probiotics, but why does the fruit layer taste like jam? Here's the truth. Many cups hit dessert-level sugar and lean on pectin, modified starch, gelatin, and artificial flavors that drown out any gut benefit. When fat is stripped out, makers add more sugar and thickeners to fake body. You get a sweet, gelled spoonful that trains your tongue to expect candy, not tangy dairy. That sugar load can spike insulin fast, then drop it, which drives hunger and makes you reach for more. Dessert-style flavors like key lime pie and cheesecake teach a sweet bias, so portions creep up without you noticing. If you're lactose intolerant, the extra sugars and gums can worsen bloating and gas, turning a healthy snack into an afternoon gut ache. Guidance is simple. Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt so you control sweetness. Then add whole fruit, a drizzle of honey if you want, cinnamon or nuts for crunch. Probiotic promise, pastry reality, unless you take back the bowl. Plain Greek or unsweetened plant yogurts keep ingredients short and your stomach calmer. Now the topping that acts light but hides a propellant-powered shortcut. Number 4, aerosol whipped cream. It's airy and feels harmless. So why does 2 seconds on a pie add a sugar surge you don't feel? Here's the truth. Aerosol cans whip fat and sugar with nitrous oxide into a big foam. That gas blows the mix up like a pillow, so you think it's light and have no clue how much you just sprayed. Labels list stabilizers like carrageenan or cellulose gum to keep bubbles from collapsing and to stretch shelf life. The dosing is sloppy, so that tiny swirl turns into extra sugar and calories you never count. Aerated sweets do a number on fullness. Ultra-processed texture slides down fast, and your gut's "I'm done" signals lag behind, which can lead to more snacking after dessert. If you're dairy sensitive, lactose plus added sugar is a double hit. More gas, more bloat, and a not great night. Bottom line, your light touch is a stealth dessert. Fix it by whipping real heavy cream with a pinch of sugar so you can measure it, or use chilled coconut cream with vanilla for a clean, dairy-free top. Next up, the bag of shreds that looks convenient but cooks like chalk. Number 5, pre-shredded cheese. Why does pre-shredded cheese clump less but melt worse? Here's the truth. Those loose shreds are dusted with anti-caking agents: cellulose, potato starch, calcium sulfate. They soak up surface moisture so the strands don't fuse in the bag. But that same powder gets between protein strands when you heat it, so the cheese can't pool and stretch. You get dry spots, a gritty chew, and patches that refuse to brown. Think about the pan. The powder barrier blocks cheese-to-cheese bonding, so edges brown while the center stays pale. The extra surface area means more air hits more cheese, speeding oxidation. That can dull aroma and leave a stale aftertaste sooner than a block that's still sealed. Cellulose is safe as fiber, and nobody's saying it's toxic. It's just a texture trade-off you taste. Some blends also run higher in sodium because processors mix cheeses and add salt for a uniform flavor and longer hold. Bottom line, convenience costs you melt and flavor. Buy a block and grate fresh. You get real melt, fewer additives, and often a better price per ounce. Now the frozen treat that wears a lab coat. Number 6, ice cream with artificial colors and gums. Why does a scoop hold perfect shape for minutes on a hot day? Here's the truth. Many tubs lean on gums like guar, carrageenan, and locust bean, plus mono and diglycerides and artificial colors, to freeze air and water in place. Instead of a clean melt, you get chew and stretch. That's the stabilizer doing its job. Let's talk overrun. That's the air whipped into the mix. More air boosts volume and cuts cost, but it lightens texture. Stabilizers keep that foam from leaking or turning icy by binding water and fat, so crystals stay tiny and the scoop stands tall. It feels luxe, so you eat faster and go back for more, like a song with a hook you can't shake. Now the body hit. Most pints stack high sugar and saturated fat. That combo drives cravings and ramps calories fast. Some people also feel gut pushback from gums, with gas or bloat, and lactose plus added sugars make it worse when you're sensitive. Mini payoff? It's designed to scoop like a dream and disappear fast. Fix it with short ingredient pints, cream, milk, sugar, eggs, real vanilla, or blend frozen bananas at home. Next up, the jar that spreads like butter but reads like a binder aisle. Number 7, processed cheese spreads. It spreads like a dream, but why does it never crack in the fridge? Here's the truth. Processed cheese spreads are emulsified blends of dairy parts, oils, whey, salt, and stabilizers that get heated and homogenized. You're not getting old world cheese. You're getting a shelf-friendly paste built to hold smooth and melt on cue. Emulsifying salts do the heavy lift. Sodium citrate and phosphates latch milk proteins to fat, so water doesn't leak and the spread stays glossy. That chemistry makes a clean swipe on a knife, but it also leans on salt. Sodium runs high, and brands often boost flavor with added colors and flavorings to mask bland base notes. Ultra processing matters. These spreads are engineered for palatability, soft, salty, and rich, so you eat more before your belly says stop. Calorie density stacks fast when fat and salt keep you reaching back like a channel that autoplays. And labeling? Many jars dodge the cheese standard of identity and sit under cheese product, which allows extra inputs traditional cheese doesn't. Mini payoff. Your cracker topper is a chemistry project. Fix it by whipping real cream cheese with herbs or blend feta with olive oil for clean spreadability. Now the milk that sits warm on a shelf for months. Number 8, shelf-stable milk, substitutes with additives. If it's milk, why does it live next to soup, not in the fridge? Here's the truth. Shelf-stable cartons go through ultra-high temperature heat, which wipes out microbes fast and lets them sit at room temp for months. To act like real milk, many add gums like gellan or guar, so particles stay floating and the pour looks smooth. Phosphates and natural flavors tune body and taste. Some lines add oils and sugars to fix thin mouthfeel, which turns it from a simple drink into a formulated beverage. UHT is about safety, but heat can shift flavor and trim some fragile vitamins. Gums help suspend oats, nuts, or soy for an even sip, but they can spark gas or bloat if your gut is touchy. Added sugar sneaks in under sweet names, and oils bump calories without protein. Fortified calcium helps, yet you still need vitamin D on the label to use it well, like giving you bricks without the mortar. Bottom line, not all alt milks are clean. Pick unsweetened cartons with 5 to 7 ingredients. If you want protein, reach for soy or pea, get calcium fortified, and skip gums if they bother you. Next up, the Parmesan that isn't. Number 9, fake Parmesan grated cheese. That green top shaker smells like Italy. But why does it taste dusty? Here's the truth. Some shelf-stable grated Parmesan blends pack anti-caking agents and filler, often lots of cellulose. That dulls aroma, flattens flavor, and hides lower-grade cheese. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano stays simple and sharp because it doesn't lean on extras. Names matter. Parmigiano Reggiano is a protected cheese with strict rules on where it's made, how cows are fed, and how long it ages. Parmesan on a generic label doesn't follow those guardrails. Long aging, 12 to 36 months or more, concentrates taste and creates that savory snap without help. No powders needed. Labels tell you the rest. Real Parmigiano Reggiano lists milk, salt, rennet. Many shakers add cellulose and preservatives, and salt can run higher to boost shelf life and flavor. Past consumer reports have flagged high cellulose levels in grated products, which helps explain that chalky bite and weak melt. Mini payoff. Powdered pasta dust isn't the real deal. Buy a wedge of Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino Romano and grate fresh. Flavor pops, additives drop. Now the diet aisle trap, fat-free that backfires. Number 10. Fat-free dairy products. Fat-free sounds clean. So why do these cups and cartons still taste rich? Here's the truth. Pull out fat and you strip body and flavor. To fake creaminess, makers add sugars, gums, starches, and bold flavors. You get a sweet, thick spoonful that hits fast, then fades. Fat usually carries flavor and slows digestion. Without it, the rush comes quick and your hunger bounces back. That's the glucose roller coaster. Look at how they build it. Corn syrup or sucrose steps in for taste. Gums and modified starch give gel and cling. Artificial sweeteners sometimes replace sugar, yet they can rattle the gut's balance and keep sweet cravings alive. Skimmed milk also shifts the mix. More relative lactose and protein, but no fiber and thin vitamin support. If lactose already bugs you, stacking added sugars on top can mean more gas, more bloat, more bathroom runs. Here's the kicker. Higher added sugar intake ties to metabolic risk. Weight gain, insulin resistance, chronic disease. Fat-free often means process-heavy, not health-forward. Better move. Pick plain, low to full fat with short ingredients. Or use unsweetened soy or pea options with no fillers if you want protein. And here's the kicker. This list isn't anti-food, it's pro-label truth. You think dairy means milk, cream, and culture. Here's the truth. Most traps swap real milk structure for stabilizers, sugars, and slick marketing that sell you texture over nutrition. That trade leaves you hungrier, more bloated, and none the wiser. Read the first 5 ingredients. If sugars, oils, or gums show up before milk, skip it. Want the truth about what's actually safe? Subscribe now and I'll show you which labels pass the sniff test, and the simple swaps that feel good after you eat. Drop your story in the comments. What dairy fooled you? Next time, we'll build a clean lineup that melts and whips without extras.